Hey Geeky fam! Sonia and the Cliffy are here again, and we're finally opening that box of My Hero that we picked up from trading CCG Con. I think where we went about this. We're finally opening it, and yeah, I have a card I'm looking for. It's Excited for Blood, right? Yeah, for a Toga Deck. John can explain more about the game and how that works. I'm just like, this is shiny.
Yeah, that's actually what I think I made.
Okay. So this is one of our box toppers. Like each box when you get one comes with that. And
Not that specific
not
card.
that specific card. And comes with 2 cork packs. The cool thing with a cork pack, on the back, it will show you what you have the possibility of getting in each set.
Yeah, the box toppers are just pulled from the set itself.
Mm-hmm.
Typically. And yeah, this is one I happen to use for a Giro deck that is moderately try-hard. Don't show me.
I thought you'd want to see it. Me and Callie usually look at it first.
Okay.
I don't know, other than ooh, shiny.
Well, decent. Yeah, yeah. If
Advice
enough.
for winners. Yesterday on Saturday, we played in a provisional for the My Hero card game at a local game store, Gamer Dojo.
giving us a lot of good symbol support. Oh, I'm getting a stack.
You got a stack, I got a stack. So there are 2 ways we can do this. We can take turns, or Cal and I like to do it at the same time.
Okay, what do we get out of doing it at the same time?
Do it faster.
All right, we'll do it faster. We're all about efficiency.
Yes. I apologize if you hear the pugs in the background. They are at our feet right now.
Okay, so what, do you just like show off notable, like, oh, hey, this is good, or?
You can, like, we usually just show off every card we pull, just so people can kind of get an idea and see. And we talk about notable things about the game.
Okay.
Like, you know, in My Hero, there's 3 set symbols, and you can choose which symbol you want to build a deck off of. I have yet to build a deck, but it's kind of scary.
You're mostly right.
Okay.
Okay, there are like 15-ish different symbols, as you're probably seeing. Each card will have a mix of 3. Each character card will also have a mix of 3, which kind of determines the available card pool to them. And then you will build off of, in this format, what are the symbols on it. Like here, Stain. You notice at the 3 symbols, all evil and order. Yes. So you'll pick one of those 3 symbols, and every card you have in your deck will have to have that symbol. Kind of similar to building around color identity and Commander or Brawl for the 2 people that play Brawl, or Oathbreaker or whatever.
And every like deck, you have to have a character that is your character you're playing in that deck. So like the Sting could be your character card.
Mm-hmm.
There's Toga, Deku, Bakugo. This is where I'm like, ooh, shiny.
Ooh, shiny. It's a decent card though.
It is. Do you want me to?
Yeah, if you want to show off what we got there.
And you can talk.
I don't know what you're wanting me to talk about here.
General info about the game.
I gave the general info about the game.
Well, you could give more like maybe deck ideas? Like,
Well, as stated, each character has different symbols. Each card also has different symbols. I mean, you can, if you're a fan of the property, just pick your favorite character and look for anything that has a picture of your favorite character on it and put in the deck, and that'll almost always be workable. Not necessarily good, but it will be legally playable. Despite some other games, like the rare cards do tend to be more powerful than uncommon cards, which tend to be more powerful than common cards. The lower rarity ones still have some use. Like to a pretty real degree, unless you're going super ultra competitive for whatever reason. I think even in that case, it's not always the thing. You're gonna have a mix of rarities, and there is in fact a format that is just common and uncommon. It's called the Common Ground. It's kind of similar to Pauper. That pack has a card I need in it. You can't do a completely common only deck because, well, characters are either uncommon or promos. As it goes. Each of the symbols do different things, and you can kind of guess what it's good at just kind of by the name of it. Like, I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised if I told you that air cards were really good about manipulating speed and things like that, or that fire has a tendency to boost damage at some cost.
so which deck do you need this card for?
Right, so that card goes into my May deck, which I build on the life symbol, which is you're covering up, but yeah, the little leaf there at the bottom there. Life tends to be about life gain. There's a lot of life gain effects in it. There's a lot of flipping and unflipping resources, which is why I built it on life. Because May's ability is basically you can flip a foundation, which it's a great card that looks kind of like this. It'll say foundation on it. That's an attack.
I know.
But you'll flip a foundation and you can give an attack a damage bonus, or a weapon or tech attack, because she's an inventor. So I went all in on that. Flip all the cards, get high damage numbers. I did some revisions for the provisional tournament to make it more about card advantage than strictly make big numbers go bigger. I wasn't playing optimally because I was trying to speedrun losses to leave for record store day stuff.
Yeah.
But it's good enough for the level of stuff that I tend to enjoy. Yeah, I'm just kind of ripping the packs open and kind of flipping through it and seeing if there's anything
Yeah, because he knows what our decks need. I'm building decks for this game. Honestly, there's so many like things you have to take in consideration that it's a little overwhelming for me at times. But like, I enjoy how there's a lot of moving pieces to the game when you play it.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as it looks. You want to have a good mix of foundations and attacks, because there's, keep that there. Actually hold it more at the side, because there,
Sorry.
or that also works. You'll notice that there are a couple numbers kind of big and bold on there. When you're playing a card, you are flipping over the top card of your deck and looking at the number here and comparing it to the card you're playing's number up here. So there's a RNG element, kind of like, you know, making a skill check in D&D or whatever. Because the game was based on, originally, it was originally just a Street Fighter. Two characters are throwing punches and kicks and occasionally fireballs at each other to beat each other up. And you could theoretically, you know, play as many cards as you have, but you're not always guaranteed to have the execution on it. Just like, you know, you may know how to say, do the Hadouken, but yeah, okay. But you may not, you know, be able to perform it at the heat of the moment. The same kind of thing happens there. Also, each card you play before a card adds 1 to that difficulty. So the more cards you want to play, the harder it is to play cards. Foundations have effects that not only, well, make your deck go, or make your attacks better, or make your opponent's attacks worse, or some other utilitarian action, but they also all have the ability to commit or tap or whatever term of turning sideways, to add 1 to a failed check. So foundations are important. They also tend to have high check values, which is, again, important. Most decks run about, I would say, like 40% attacks and other cards, and roughly 60% foundations. That canon does vary based on your deck and what you're trying to do. But it's kind of like a good starting point. You know, talked about foundations. Actions are kind of the way you win the game. You know, it's you throwing a punch or a kick or hitting someone with a big stick.
I say, and there are some like things that let you like bump up like your attack value, like the damage value. Like I got hit with an attack that did 24 damage yesterday.
That's the average damage of the May deck.
Spoilers.
So I'm just kind of opening and queuing them up.
So that's kind of the basic overview of the game. I think there are some like really good like tutorial videos already here on YouTube that you can watch, and maybe once we get the setup for it, maybe we'll do one. But
yeah, it's there are plenty of ways. Like the one that Jasco Games put out is pretty decent. I'm sure there are a few community made ones. I haven't looked at them myself, but They have pretty good overviews. One of the good things about the player base for this game is they do tend to share a lot of their there's almost this sense of people wanting to brag about their decks, I guess. Like you'll find tournament winning decks posted online and usually on uvsultra.online, but they're usually posted within a day or two of a big event, usually within hours.
And one of the jokes that we have going around our local game scene is that John here.
That's the card sign.
It's the card, and it's a shiny one.
Yeah, all the rares in this game are shiny.
That he does the meta for the game before the meta even happens.
Well, that was true for a little while. I've gotten away from that because I've kind of stopped.
Like we play for fun. Like the provisionals, they made the change this year where in order to go to nationals, you have to win the store provisionals.
Yeah, you have to get an invite.
Yeah.
The store provisional championships have usually at least one.
Yeah, for every 16 players there's an invite. And, we get promo cards for going. Mm-hmm. But like I said, like we just play for fun.
Yeah, I'm super casual.
Yeah, we're not in it for the competitive side. Like we'll play competitively because it's fun. It's the same with Pokemon. I don't play to do the competitive side of it, but I do enjoy playing competitively. So, but that means I can take fun decks to like local tournaments and stuff and not worry.
Let's say I just kind of in this, like pretty much every game I play, I just make dumb stuff I think sounds fun. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it works not so well. Usually it's somewhere in the middle.
I will say, like, the downside to this game that I personally don't enjoy, and I know John doesn't either, is that in order to build decks for this game, you have to basically buy boxes of the product.
Yeah, if you don't have a local scene and you're trying to get into it and you want to build a deck, and you don't want to don't want to buy singles, depending on the set and the character you're running, you're buying at least a box, probably two, just to get the card pool that you need to have a deck that, is legal and actually does what it needs to do. Mm-hmm. That was especially true when the initial release. It's gotten better, I think.
Yeah.
And
especially with the introduction of the starter decks and the new rival deck that they just released with the newest set, which is League of Villains.
Mm.
But was my complaint in the beginning. I didn't like the fact that we had to buy, for the two of us, we had to buy 6 boxes of the first set.
I don't think it was quite that much, but it was.
It felt like it.
It was a good 2 at least, maybe even 3. I just have all the packs now.
Yeah. But we enjoy it. Our local scene's kind of small. If your store has this, a lot of them do have demo products at their store that you could go in and get a demo. Mm-hmm. Our store, it's on Friday nights, and if anyone comes in who wants to learn to play, we're more than happy to sit down and show you, because like I said, we enjoy the My Hero aspect. I know this week at Gamma, they are holding a panel to talk about the future and what the possible next set is, because they only signed on to do 6 sets of my hero. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. If they're sticking with my hero or using a license that they already own. I do know for us, it really depends on what the next license is if we decide to stick with the game. And you're probably thinking, why are you doing this video? Well, because we still enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll keep a couple decks probably to play amongst our friends who also have it. But it really just all depends what we find out this week. You know, I know we're both also pretty excited about Lorcana. Me more than John, but there's a frying pan card, which means I can make a Rapunzel or Eugene deck. And I'm kind of all about that because I love Tangled. That's my favorite Disney movie.
I know they've made a Pascal character card.
Oh, see? I love Pascal. Like, that's what I'm excited about for Gen Con. Is getting my Lorcana demo. Though it'd be cool to be able to get a demo earlier than that.
It would. I wouldn't...
Not holding my breath, but we'll see. I think the gameplay sounds interesting, and I know they're supposed to be doing things to make it more competitive, because I know that was a bit of concern when the rules for it dropped, that it doesn't sound very competitive, especially not a lot for someone to do on someone else's turn, which for people who enjoy more advanced gaming, that can be a little boring and also can often slow it down, and that's not fun. So it'll be interesting to see how it works to speed up the gameplay. So we'll see. If you have questions about my hero, let us know in the comments. We'll be happy to answer.
Yeah, and I should say that the MHA format for Universus is different than the standard format, which has similar but different deck building restrictions. Like the big one being, you can, when you're building your deck, you can use any of the 3 symbols on your character, but any cards that you play during the course of a turn have to share a symbol.
We are almost done.
We are almost done.
We got 3 packs to go, folks.
This game, it's important to keep your wrappers, because you can send them into Jasco and you'll get loyalty points for that you can use for, right now it's mostly for buying promos, and you also get them for playing at store events, or you can even gain like, I want to say like 10 points a week just playing at your friend's house.
Yep.
So,
and you get 50 points for playing at your local store, and that's how we do it, is like, because we do a casual Friday and we'll do a tournament Friday, and regardless if you're there for casual play or tournament play, we register you in the system so you can get points. Because if you're going to come in, you should be rewarded. And I hope you guys have found this video informative and enjoyable. I know a lot of you have probably found me and Cal because of our Pokemon content. And I promise you, we'll have more. We have 2 booster boxes we've come into to open, so. Because I enjoy Pokemon. Cal enjoys Pokemon. John has started playing Pokemon again.
I did.
He enjoys the property, but he doesn't always enjoy the card game.
Yeah.
But I think it falls to the similar thing that we're worried about with Lorcana, with there's nothing to do on your turn, which slows down the gameplay and isn't always fun for the person you're playing against.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rosie is being loud.
Rosie's being loud for some reason. No, I got my start in Magic, so not fully interactive gameplay is...
Excuse us for a minute. We need to find out what's up with Rosie. And we're back. Sorry about that. Rosie, our pug, wanted on the couch. So she was making it known. She can get on the couch, mind you. But she's lazy.
She is lazy.
John had to put her up on the couch so she could lay down.
Mm-hmm. Because the pillow we have for her and the pet bed we have for her is not good enough.
Nope. She's a spoiled little princess. But we love her. And we love her brother Axel, who is also rotten. It's time for the last card. What is it? It's shiny. It's acid something. I can't read.
Chop.
I can't read backwards.
Yeah. So sometimes you'll find that you get 2 foil cards. One of them is going to be a rare. Like I said earlier, rares and ultra rares are always going to be foil, for better or worse. Then you have some that are called XRs, and those are, well, they're basically just foil version of not necessarily rare cards. Some of the XRs have different, like, they have different visual effects.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, guys.
But functionally, they're the same. It's just extra bling for people that have to have extra bling.
Alright, so that is our My Hero video. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for joining us. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new, and give us a like. And if you have questions, let us know in the comments. And if Cal was here, they would remind you to make sure you drink water and eat food and stay healthy and stuff. So we'll catch...
I'm going to remind you to not do any of that.
Don't listen to John.
Drink a Coke. Go outside when it's cold, when your hair is wet. Eat potato chips. Skip dinner.
Don't do any of those things. Take care of yourself. Anyway, we'll see you on the flippity flip. Bye!